Your first station was Fort Bragg? Your first station was Germany? Okay. What about you? Ooh, Hawaii. Today I'm going to tell you why your first unit will make or break your military career. Alright, welcome back to the channel. Here's the drill. My name is Sarah French, and on today's episode, I'm going to be telling you how your first unit will either make or break your military career. So we all know that first impressions are huge, and there's nothing changed about your first unit. It is the first impression of the real Army. So for some of us, our first unit could be my only unit. But today I'm going to cover 4 reasons why I think that your first unit will make or break your military career. And the first thing is leadership and culture. Now, if you get to your first unit and the first thing that you have is a bad leader that doesn't care about you, doesn't care about you, doesn't care about you, doesn't care about you, they care about them, that's not good at all. Hell to the no. Bad leaders can lead to a bad culture. And that culture can weigh on every single soldier all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom. And it can hurt your first impression of your first unit. Maybe your first unit used to run super smooth with great leaders and the culture was outstanding years ago. But a few bad leaders and one bad culture can lead to a terrible, terrible feeling and impression in your first unit. Now let's look at the devil's advocate of that. If you have great, outstanding leaders, this could be the best place you've ever been. You didn't want to leave. Now this hits home to me personally because my first unit was a little bit of procrastination, reactive leaders, bad culture. Then I went to my next unit on Fort Bragg again, and it was the best place I've ever been. I never wanted to leave. I absolutely loved it. I wanted to go to work. That was just the culture. But the difference in those units is about 2 miles on the road and night and day in culture and leadership. Now, one of the second reasons that your first unit will make or break your military career is the location. Now, to some soldiers, location's everything. How close do I want to be to my family? Or how far away do I want to be from my family? Some people are leaving situations to join the military. Some people want to be really close to their family. Some people want to be close to the city. Some people want to be in the north. They want to be in the south. They want to be in the hot. They want to be in the cold. They don't want to be deployed. They don't want to be... Location is everything. And it can be a very big indicator of whether you want to stay in the military or you don't. And one of the big things about your first unit is you just don't get a choice. They pick it for you. But that's also one of the best things. Is you're going to go and travel to a place that you don't know, you never been, you never lived, and now you're going to be there. And it's time for you to learn about what this state, what this country all offers. That's exciting. That's a little bit of part of traveling in the military. So location can be a big indicator of whether you want to stay or whether you want to get out of the military if you want to travel. If you join the military, you didn't do it to stay home. Get out there and travel. Now on to the next one, friends and battle buddies. This is a huge indicator of whether people want to stay in the military or not. When you get to your first duty station and you may have followed 1 or 2 from AIT or saw this person that graduated before you, saw this person that graduated a little bit after you, what you don't realize is your battle buddies that you graduated AIT with, that you're at your first unit with, these are going to be your best friends for the rest of your life. Whether you stay in for 20 or get out for 3, I promise you. Because the experiences that you go through with them is going to create a bond that's absolutely unpenetratable. One big reason why this is a big hurdle in your military careers, because you're going to have some of your friends get out. You're going to have some of your friends go on and do different things. And then you're going to have to make a decision for yourself. And that's a big, big task of whether you want to stay in or get out or follow your friends. It's a big task. Trust me. And one of the last things that will make or break your military career is experience. Now, I've talked about a multitude of things in today's episode, and all of them are experiences. Everybody's experience is different. Whether you get to the unit at this time or you get to the unit at this time, or whether you get picked for this deployment or you just missed the deployment by one person, or 1 month, or 1 day. Everybody's experiences are different, completely different. So what I tell you is like I told myself when I got assigned Fort Bragg and everyone said, no bueno, not good, sorry, I made a decision for myself that I was going to go experience it. So for you, you need to go experience these things on your own. I've had soldiers, even when I started this page, hit me up and say, if I had a mentor like you, if I had somebody like you to lean on, if I had an NCO like you, I would still be in the military. Because my first experience drove me away from this. I didn't want any part of this toxic leadership. I didn't want any part of this culture. And experiences mentorship, all of these things are enormous to you deciding whether this is for you or it's your first term and I'm done. So today, that's just a few things about how your first unit can make or break your military career. And just like you, I did the same. I took on that first contract. I didn't know I was going to be here for 20 years. Here I am. But for me, I've had a multitude of good units, good leaders, bad leaders, all of it. Every culture you can talk about. But the military taught me how to be two things, resilient and adaptable. Because if you could do those things, you're going to go to the top of the United States military. Promise you that. And that's the drill.